Today we have the 11 most useful extensions for Google Chrome in 2024. We already have several top lists on the channel. You can go check them out. Just search for Google Chrome Technosfera Plus and other extensions will appear for you. If you would like us to provide extensions related to entertainment, productivity, or any particular aspect you require, please leave it in the comments section, and in the future we will create a top list concerning that. Well, let's get started right away. I'll leave this link in the video description. As you know, it's my page for you to visit here. Here are all the extensions and we'll go through them one by one. So let's proceed to open the initial one here. However, one crucial aspect to keep in mind before we delve deeper is to remember that these extensions are compatible with all browsers that are based on Chromium. This implies that it doesn't have to be exclusively Google Chrome. We included Chrome in the title because it is indeed the most prominent browser and the one that the majority of individuals utilize, but if you happen to use, for instance, Microsoft Edge or Brave or any browser constructed on Chromium, you can absolutely use these extensions without any issues. In fact, as you can observe here, I'm currently using Brave and it doesn't indicate add to Chrome, but rather add to Brave. So, what transpires in this scenario? Here, we are presented with this initial option, which is WA or WhatsApp Web, along with the developer responsible for this particular extension. Essentially, this is a utility that offers us somewhat redundantly a greater array of functionalities compared to the standard WhatsApp Web. It furnishes possibilities, as you can observe here, to obscure or censor confidential information, which proves to be exceptionally useful when we find ourselves using a computer in the presence of others who might inadvertently glimpse the information merely by glancing at the screen. We have the ability to accomplish this by retrieving messages that have been deleted, blocking the WhatsApp interface, and concealing Lutix, which fundamentally functions in a way similar to read receipts and view checks, along with a wide range of additional features such as customizing the like button and reactions. We have the capability to receive online notifications as well, which means that when an individual comes online, a notification will promptly appear to inform us, along with a variety of other additional features. I encourage you to give it a try because it genuinely encompasses a multitude of features that we can thoroughly investigate. Let's move forward to the second one, which is referred to as Text Blaze. These are shortcuts that we can utilize in our everyday lives. This is exceptionally beneficial if you consistently interact with clients and have to compose the same message repeatedly. For instance, if you are selling a product and need to send a catalog frequently via WhatsApp or through your browser, you can effortlessly create a shortcut. For example, you can use catalog. So when you type /catalog, it can automatically insert a comprehensive text like, these are the available products, this is the price, this is the shipping, and so forth. We can apply this to numerous other situations. For instance, here it says hi, so instead of merely saying hello, you can have a complete text that states, hello, my name is John, how are you doing today? And just like that, we possess the capability to utilize it for a wide variety of other purposes. Let's proceed to the third application or extension in this context, which is called Dark Reader. I believe from its name you can already deduce what it signifies or what it is specifically designed for. For instance, on a web page like Wikipedia, which we typically recognize as a predominantly white page, if we dislike viewing these types of pages in this color because it strains our eyes, causes discomfort, or it's simply tiresome to look at in this manner, we can install this extension to filter it and apply it to a multitude of pages such as Google's page, Twitch's page, even though it already possesses a dark mode. But for all those pages that lack a dark mode, we can employ it even for those that do, because as you can observe here, it's highly customizable. We can decrease the brightness, enhance the brightness, reduce the contrast, augment the contrast, etc. And naturally, this will depend on your personal preferences. Moving forward to the subsequent extension, which is number 4, is the default Google account. Let's delve into that, and once again, I think its name clearly indicates what we can accomplish. Perhaps it occurs to you as it does to me, where you possess numerous email accounts linked to your account, so possibly within your browser, when you log in, you always have to perform certain actions like entering a Google Meet call. What transpires is that because you have so many email accounts, a different one always appears than the one you require. So for instance, if I have an email named Pepito and another named Work2, if I wish to join a work meeting with my Work2 email, I want it to consistently link to my Work2 account and not link to my personal Pepito account, because then it won't function for me since I need to log in with the other email. For individuals who encounter this specific issue, you can effortlessly install this extension and specify which account should be the default for various services such as Google Meet or Gmail. This implies that whenever we access a Google Meet webpage to participate in a call, it will consistently utilize a designated Gmail account, or it will always initiate with a particular email that we prefer within Gmail. Therefore, this might not be applicable to you if you possess only a single email and utilize it for everything, as it may not prove beneficial. However, for those who comprehend how cumbersome this can be, they will undoubtedly find themselves themselves utilizing it. Let's advance to the following extension, which is TrapGar, and this specific tool aids us in shutting down pages after a predetermined period of inactivity. For instance, if I launch a web page and leave it open for a prolonged duration, like in this situation, this video, and this can occur to many individuals. If we have a high-performance PC, it might not be troublesome, but if we own a computer that lacks numerous features or speed, we might notice that as we leave tabs open, it becomes increasingly slower. Consequently, it's vital in this context to employ this kind of extension where we merely install it and configure a time. So after, for example, 2 minutes of not interacting with a page, it automatically deactivates, or if we prefer, it closes. By closing it, we conserve a considerable amount of our PC's resources, particularly memory, to prevent it from slowing down. It also assists in productivity because sometimes we open numerous tabs and leave them open everywhere, and then we don't even remember why we had them open, so it's more beneficial to keep closing them to avoid unnecessary distractions. Let's proceed to the subsequent extension, which is Refocus, and indeed focus is the exact term we require because this specifically assists us in maintaining concentration, meaning to sustain our attention during sessions that we establish for ourselves. This application utilizes the renowned Pomodoro technique, allowing you to designate a duration for both rest and work periods. You can specify a particular amount of time, such as 25 minutes dedicated to work and 5 minutes allocated for rest, and continue in this manner until you successfully achieve effective work, akin to entering that state of flow. However, that's a separate topic, relevant for those familiar with productivity concepts, yet this application proves to be quite beneficial. It also offers customizable features, soothing background music, aesthetically pleasing images, and numerous other elements. Let's proceed onward with Clearly Reader in this particular instance, and I also believe that the individuals responsible for naming their extensions do so because they genuinely encapsulate the precise function these extensions perform. As we can clearly observe here, it states it's a reader, and it is indeed the straightforward reading solution we require. So what transpires in such situations? Surely there are instances when you have navigated to certain pages with the intention of reading, only to observe that the page is cluttered with an overwhelming amount of distractions, advertisements, images, and videos scattered everywhere. This abundance of visual noise can make it exceedingly challenging for us to read effectively, leading to easy distractions, or perhaps the experience of reading that article or page becomes less enjoyable. Consequently, what this particular extension effectively accomplishes is to meticulously extract all the vital text, specifically the article itself, and it skillfully transforms it into a straightforward, uncluttered page akin to a book or a notebook, thereby allowing you to read it without any distractions and without being disturbed by advertisements, videos, images, and so forth. Let's advance to the subsequent application, which is known as Momentum. Upon accessing it, this particular application astonishingly transforms your homepage or new tab into an exceptionally sophisticated and elegant tab, so to speak. It incorporates a visually stunning background, showcases the current time, and consistently delivers some uplifting and positive quotations. Furthermore, it permits us to add tasks on the right side, take notes if we need to jot something down, inquire about something to the integrated artificial intelligence, and set Pomodoro-style timers for working. Consequently, it's essentially an all-in-one tool, quite similar to Focus, but this one also modifies the theme of the new tab page. This can be quite advantageous for jotting things down and having it as your central control center. Here we advance to this specific one, which is the Adware ad blocker, and indeed this has gained significant popularity recently because particularly YouTube has made every conceivable effort to make individuals stop using ad blockers, since naturally they rely on the advertisements shown on their platform. Consequently, many ad blockers have stopped functioning, and some have been removed from service because companies have acquired them and then deactivated them. This is among the best ones that an increasing number of individuals are using. In fact, it boasts 13 million users. There are several others that I personally also utilize, but this one generally performs exceptionally well and is remarkably easy to use. It doesn't require much configuration beyond enabling and disabling a button, as you can observe here. For those who still don't comprehend, what it accomplishes is blocking advertisements on the internet. Not every single one, because those in the advertising industry are persistently discovering new and improved methods to display ads. Therefore, ad blockers must be continuously updated to prevent showing ads. They are perpetually vigilant for all these new innovations that advertisers implement, but indeed this is one of the most effective ad blocks that currently exists. Let's advance to the subsequent application, which is referred to as print friendly. This particular tool genuinely aligns with the reader we previously discussed, but it extends its capabilities even further. It's not solely for reading purposes. Essentially, what it accomplishes is that when you access a web page, it doesn't necessarily isolate the text and relocate it elsewhere. Instead, it directly transforms the entire page so we can print it or convert it into a PDF, enabling us to read the content and eliminate all the advertisements. In this manner, we can effortlessly download it, and if we wish to send it to someone for reading, we simply send them the PDF so they don't have to click on a link with an article filled with ads or anything similar. Therefore, that's an additional option available to us. And ultimately, we arrive at the final one, which is a particular favorite of mine, and it is this custom cursor for Chrome that is specifically designed to replace our standard cursor. So if you observe, I have a cursor resembling that of a Mac, even though I am operating on Windows, and we have the capability to alter it to any of these options that are displayed in this video, such as a cursor featuring Harry Potter's face, a pizza design, Gucci, or even Supreme with Mario Bros.'s face. The appealing aspect is, as you are undoubtedly aware, we can modify the cursor within Windows, but we also have the option to change the cursor exclusively for the browser. It's quite interesting because this cursor will solely appear within the browser, while outside of it in other applications or browsers, our Windows cursor will be visible. Therefore, in the event that we prefer not to have everyone see that we have these unique cursors, we can simply utilize them within our chosen browser, and in other browsers we have the flexibility to change it. This might not contribute significantly to productivity or utility, but perhaps if you enjoy having this, it could potentially enhance your productivity and foster a stronger connection with your browser. So here are all the extensions, and in the description I'm leaving this link so you can come here and access each one of them to download the ones you need. You are aware that if you desire a comprehensive top list regarding any productivity, entertainment, or design extensions or whatever else you might require, simply leave a comment below and subsequently we will provide you with a top list featuring those specific extensions. I look forward to seeing you next time. Goodbye.